Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. Good day, sunshine. It is a Tuesday, 13th day of June, 2023. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning. It's fishing day.
Fishing day?
Yeah, today is one of the better days in the month of June to fish.
Oh, you've been checking the calendar, haven't you?
Yeah, I check that quite regularly.
Okay.
And so today is, one of those days, and tomorrow will be another.
Well, then I guess we ought to maybe just hit the pause button and go out and catch a fish.
I don't know. I was going to say, well, you could get 2 poles, but I don't think that would be a good idea. I don't think Fish and Game would.
No, you can use 2 poles. If you buy
2 license.
You can get a license, like an addendum to the license and use 2 poles. But you have to pay a little bit extra for it.
A little bit extra.
Yep. Okay.
I'll think about it.
Okie dokie. And I was reading yesterday in the Po River in Italy, a gentleman caught a 9-foot-long catfish.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Can you imagine how much it weighed?
Well, he caught it, took some pictures, and released it. And the estimation is something like 280 pounds.
Now, see, they release, that way they can fudge, and they can give all kinds of stories at how big it was and how much it weighed and all of that. That's why they really do that, because I've never understood that.
Well, it's unlike hunting. You can catch a fish and put it back and catch it again. Somebody else can catch it.
I told you, I've tried.
Yeah.
And I throw it up, and it comes back down.
Okay. Well, I just cannot picture that. The biggest catfish I have seen, Eddie Sampson, the late Eddie Sampson, caught one that was like almost 4 feet long from over by, I believe it was Imperial Dam on the river. And they are said to be huge in that area.
How big?
So big.
So big.
Yep. Use a bluegill as bait.
Bait. Yeah. No, okay. I did see that story, heard about it on the catfish.
Yep. Okay, you ready for birthdays?
I'm ready.
Actor Malcolm McDowell is 80. Singer Dennis Lecourrier of Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, 74. Actor Stellan Skarsgård is 72. Actor Richard Thomas, John Boy, is 72. Comedian Tim Allen is 70. Actor Ali Sheedy, 61. Actor-singer Jamie Walters, 54. Actor Ethan Embry is 45. Actor Chris Evans is 42. Actor Sarah Shaw, 40. Actor Kat Dennings, 37. Actors Ashley and Mary Kate Olsen are 37. Have they done anything in the last 30 years? I don't think so.
No, but somehow they keep coming back.
Yes.
I don't know.
Kind of like a Kardashian.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actor Aaron Taylor Johnson is 33. And local birthdays. You ready?
I'm ready.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Ben Jenkins, Gwendolyn Butler, Christopher Jeffs, Israel Carrington, Aurelia De Leon, Antonia Pacheco, Maria Duenas, Susie Ludlow, Robert Perez, Tony Ibarra, Allison Juarez, Ashley Conan, Charlene Batson, David Islava, Mary Pandoro, Mickey Garibaldi, Joanne Arvizu, Mario Contreras, Jesus Sanchez, Susana Barros, Alexia Hillips, Mackenzie Hope, Cindy Reyes, Caleb Ibarra, and Mackenzie Longacre. Happy birthday from KXO. Okie dokie. Are you ready for the new Indiana Jones film?
I did not know there was another one coming.
It'll hit the theaters on Friday,
yeah,
June 30th.
Wonder if it's all mostly the same players.
Sure, Harrison Ford is there. He'll turn 81 during the movie's second week of release. Yeah, Harrison Ford is so old.
How old is he?
That, well, in this one, the giant rock he runs from will be a kidney stone.
Yeah, and there's a doctor behind it trying to extract it.
Yeah, well, and hey, he's still working. Got no problem with that.
That way we don't have him on the unemployment line or anything like that.
Yes. Okay, and while he's working, he's not flying.
Not a good idea.
Okay. Father's Day is Sunday, right?
There's rumor of that.
Okay.
Yes, I checked.
Do you want a dad joke in honor of Father's Day?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
I have no idea.
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies.
Supply.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
You got to roll with the dad jokes.
Yeah, that's right. You got to give equal time.
Yes. Okay, we've got news. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Inflation is slowing down. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Annual inflation increased at a 4% pace in the month of May. The core rate increased by 5.3%. The core rate continues to remain higher, mostly due to shelter. Gas and grocery prices eased. Security is extra tight at the federal courthouse in Miami, where former President Trump will make history when he's arraigned in the classified documents case today. CBS's Scott McFarland.
If there are Trump supporters or protesters here, they haven't shown themselves yet. The former president won't be seen walking into the courthouse, not through the front door, but through a private entrance with Secret Service at his side.
Denver Nuggets fans are celebrating the team's first ever NBA championship. Just a mile from Ball Arena, 9 people were shot, 3 critically. Among the injured, police say a suspect. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Governor Gavin Newsom says the state hasn't made much progress on the issue of homelessness for the past 2 decades.
Housing costs are too high. Our regulatory thickets are too problematic. Localism has been too impactful, meaning people locally are pushing back against new housing starts and construction.
Newsom making the comments during an interview with Sean Hannity on Fox News, saying he accepts blame for a lack of progress on homelessness, also maintaining he has no plans to enter the race for president next year. Much of Southern California hasn't seen much sunshine this year, and it's making people gray.
We need to honor the way that we feel and know that this is unusual, and that requires an adjustment from us. And it's okay to talk about this.
Therapist Catherine DeBruin saying May gray and June gloom can decrease people's energy, make them lethargic, and cause the blues. Best solution, she says, is to spend time with people you're close to. Gas prices steady overnight at $4.89 a gallon, up 4 cents from last week, 9 cents from last month. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Imagine it's the last ride, but your symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, are taking you for a ride. What should you do? Keep managing your constipation with belly pain the same old way? Or try getting ahead of your symptoms by talking to your doctor about treating it with Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
California headline news, Mexico.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Here's Gene with the news.
And here is the latest in local news. A arrest in a Brawley home invasion. Carroll Buckley has more on that story.
3 suspects are in custody following a reported home invasion robbery in Brawley. Brawley police responded to a residence in the 200 block of C Street at about 6:30 Friday morning. 3 suspects had gone to the residence, identified themselves as Brawley police officers, and knocked on the door. They then forcibly entered the home, pointed a gun at the victim, and later tied him up. After the suspects fled, the victim was able to call for help. It was reported that the getaway vehicle was a white van with Arizona plates. Later that morning, El Centro police responded to an unrelated incident in the city of El Centro. The vehicle involved in that incident matched the description of the Brawley crime. El Centro police detained the 3 individuals in the van and contacted Brawley police. The 3 were identified as Albert Mendevel, 28 of El Centro, Leonel Corcoles, 30 from Calexico, and Emily Stanfeld, 22 of El Centro. Brawley police arrested Corcoles and Stanfield, charged them with the Brawley home invasion, both booked into Imperial County Jail and held on $60,000 bail each. County jail personnel would not book Mendevel because of a medical issue. He was treated and released from the hospital. Later that day, Mendevel was involved in a disturbance at a Brawley residence in the 400 block of D Street. He was arrested, booked into Imperial County Jail on several drug charges, as well as the burglary and robbery charges. He's being held without bail.
And in other local news this morning, the Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors will hold a special meeting today. George Gale has more.
The Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors will be holding a special meeting this afternoon. Meeting begins at 3 o'clock. It will be held at the William R. Condit Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro and will be teleconferenced from the Colorado River Board of California. The only action item on the agenda is to adopt a resolution expressing disapproval of the conduct of Director Gonzalez, Division 4, and implementing related actions. No explanations have been given. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time, 7:43.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
In other local news, a pursuit starts in Yuma, and it ends up in Imperial County. Here's more on that story.
It ends in Imperial County. At around 8 a.m. Sunday morning, Yuma police found a man with multiple gunshot wounds. 51-year-old man was found on Arizona Avenue and 8th Street in Yuma. The victim was transported to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Police were able to obtain a suspect and vehicle description. The vehicle was described as a white pickup. At around 10:45 Sunday morning, police found the pickup on Virginia Drive. Suspect was not found, however. It was learned that the suspect had a second vehicle, a white Cadillac. Police located that Cadillac on East 16th Street. Yuma police attempted a traffic stop, but the vehicle sped away. Officials say the suspect vehicle got onto Interstate 8 and headed into California. California Highway Patrol was notified. Suspect vehicle exited at the Andrade exit and crossed the overpass at a high rate of speed. Stop sticks were deployed, and the vehicle ran over them, went out of control, and rolled several times. The suspect, a 27-year-old man, was ejected from the Cadillac. He was flown to a California hospital in serious condition. The 27-year-old was the only occupant of the Cadillac. Investigation into that incident remains underway. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, the service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley to serve you. And remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's summertime, and the pests are crawling around in huge numbers. It's time to take control and call the experts at Valley Pest Services, locally owned and operated by Gabe and Alma Cordero. Gabe has been serving the Imperial Valley in the pest control industry since 1984. Valley Pest Services is constantly researching more efficient ways to keep your home, office, or commercial buildings pest-free. Valley Pest Services technicians are state licensed and bonded. Call Valley Pest Services, 760-355-6655. That's 355-6655, and let them control your pests for you. That's Valley Pest Services.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 of them, one for every state.
Continuing with more local news, 2 men are facing a variety of charges following their arrest on Saturday. Carroll County Sheriff's deputies responded to the Cal Grade worksite on Frink Road near Bombay Beach at approximately 5:35 p.m. Saturday after reports of 2 men in a black Rhino side-by-side trespassing on the property. Carroll County Sheriff's Office deputies and U.S. Border Patrol agents located the pair on the work site attempting to cut a lock. One of the men obeyed the deputies and orders to surrender, while the other took off and ran. The Border Patrol agents were able to catch the fleeing suspect. The men, 42-year-old Robert Hicks and 54-year-old Jeffrey Schwab, both from Nyland, were arrested. Cal Grade employees were able to identify several items that had been stolen from the yard, including 60 gallons of diesel fuel, copper wire, a transformer, inverter, fittings and tools, and all with a total value of over $4,000. Several items also were vandalized. The Yamaha Rhino the men were using had been stolen a week earlier from the Bureau of Land Management in Riverside. Hicks was also found in possession of methamphetamine. Both were booked into county jail on numerous charges. Imperial County Sheriff said that both Hicks and Schwab have an extensive history of thefts. Well, I know you're maybe not going to want to hear this, but pleasant weather may be gone by the weekend. George Gale explains.
Temperatures are expected to be over 105 by Saturday. It may be a good idea to know where the cool centers and hydration stations are located. Cool centers only are located in the Ivy Mall and at the Holtville City Hall. The hydration centers only are located at the Commandant Memorial Library in Calexico, Nyland Fire Station, Imperial Desert Museum, the Palo Verde Fire Department, Imperial County Fire Department, Station 3 and Station 8. Combination cool centers and hydration stations are located at the Brawley Public Library, Bombay Beach Community Center, Imperial County Calipatria Library, Imperial County Holtville Library, and the Imperial County Salton City Library. All locations are contingent on operating hours. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A farm tractor ends up in a canal Monday. The tractor was involved in a traffic accident with a pickup truck. at State Route 115 and Worthington Road about 11:15 a.m. Monday. Nobody was injured, but the John Deere tractor with a hay rake attached ended up in the bottom of the canal. A utility pole and several highway signs were also damaged. The accident remains under investigation. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at Kxo Sushi, including for the kids. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says temperatures will continue to remain below normal over the next several days. However, temperatures rising into the triple digits looks to become the norm going through this upcoming weekend. So the cooler than normal weather to this point in June seems to be coming to an end. Dry conditions will persist over the next week, with afternoon breeziness picking up through the middle and latter portions of this week. 91 the high yesterday, 64 our overnight low. Today sunny with a high near 96. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming south. Clear tonight with a low around 69. West-southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds turning out of the southeast after midnight. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high near 100. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 74 degrees, 44% relative humidity. Wind out of the north-northwest at about 3 miles an hour. Local news, page 2 in the weather, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials, the dinner menu featuring 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
Register now to attend the 2023 Imperial Valley Economic and Energy Summit on June 16th at Imperial Valley College. There'll be ample opportunities to network and join conversations about top industries, including Lithium Valley, renewable fuels, electric vehicle battery supply chain, and more. Learn more at ivedc.com.
And it's Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action, it's over. The finals are finally over. The Nuggets beat the Heat 94-89. Nuggets were trailing at halftime, but came on strong. They finished in 5 games to win their first NBA championship. And Nikola Jokic named the NBA Finals MVP.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball, the Angels, they outlasted the Rangers 9-6, went 12 innings. In 10 innings, the Tigers edged the Braves 6-5. Another 10-inning contest. The Rockies nipped the Red Sox 4-3. Giants topped the Cardinals 4-3. 10 innings, the Reds over the Royals 5-4. Mariners beat up on the Marlins 8-1. Diamondbacks nipped the Phillies 9-8. And it was the Athletics edging the Rays 4-3. And the New England Patriots have released running back James Robinson. That thinned their depth behind starter Ramondre Stevenson. Robinson had agreed to a 2-year deal with a base value of $4 million in March, but it included no guaranteed money and was structured in a way that protected the Patriots based on Robinson's injury history. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Let Freedom Ring. KXO AM 1230 presents Let Freedom Ring.
Happy Independence Day.
As we celebrate Independence Day.
Happy birthday, America.
With 6 hours of music, stories, history, and special features. Let Freedom Ring on AM 1230, Sunday, July 2nd from noon till 6 p.m. with an encore performance on Tuesday, July 4th from 4 till 10 p.m. Let Freedom Ring is made possible by these fine sponsors.
R&K Air Conditioning, Burgers and Beer, Baja Farm, the UPS Store, and Valley Pest Service.
It's America's birthday. Celebrate with us and let freedom ring. Well, let's take a look at financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. And taking a look, U.S. inflation is coming back down to earth. Consumer prices in May rose at the slowest annual rate since March of 2021. That, according to data released today by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The Consumer Price Index, a key inflation gauge that measures price changes for a basket of goods and services, increased 4% for the year ending in May. That represents a sharp pullback from April's 4.9% and is slightly below economist expectations for a 4.1% gain. In other news, China's central bank today made a surprise cut to one of its key lending rates in a bid to shore up sputtering growth in the world's second largest economy. The cut to the 7-day reverse repo rate, the first since August last year, will boost liquidity in the banking system and make short-term loans cheaper. The rate will drop to 1.9%, according to the People's Bank of China. We've got more.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
And taking a look at the big board right now, we see green, the Dow up 138 points at 34,204. The S&P 500 up 26 at 4,364. The NASDAQ up 78 points at 13,539. Gold off 330 an ounce. Oil up 252 a barrel. And financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. In their car, at home, or on the job, more than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
It will be sunny today with a high near 96, west wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the south. Clear tonight with a low around 69. West-southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds become south-southeast after midnight. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 100. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. And did I mention right now, downtown El Centro, we are looking at 75 degrees. 44% relative humidity. And, well, let's see. We've got winds out of the north-northwest at about 3 miles an hour. Coming up, CBS News on the Hour. We'll let you know what's going on around the world. And we'll let you know what's going on around the valley, such as Harris Road closed between Austin Road and Highway 86. The road closure due to roadway flooding. And we'll let you know when it reopens.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Donald Trump will make history when he appears at federal court in Miami later today to face 37 counts related to alleged mishandling of closely guarded national security secrets. Correspondent Robert Costa has our top story.
We do expect former President Trump to be arraigned here later today. Last night, Trump met with his lawyers nearby, talking through how he wants to fight this indictment. And sources tell us he could add more seasoned defense lawyers to his legal team in the coming weeks as he faces a new, more serious phase in federal court.
Police in Miami say they're ready for the possibility of thousands, even tens of thousands of protesters outside the courthouse. This supporter is already there.
That day in America. It's surreal. Can't believe it. I don't know what's going on. I hope the charges are dropped.
Right now, streets around the courthouse are still open. President Biden calls this morning's inflation numbers good news for hardworking families. Consumer prices barely rose in May, and the annual increase in inflation was the smallest in more than 2 years. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Some monthly drops that were notable: used cars down, household furnishings down, airfares down.
The price of shelter was up. A set of human remains has been pulled from the rubble of Sunday's tanker truck fire that collapsed a chunk of Interstate 95 in Philadelphia. Isaac Moody's cousin was driving that truck.
What caused the truck to lose control is my question, because I can't see him, with everything he had to live for, to lose it.
Officials say they are in the process of identifying the remains. Road repairs could take months. Violence has marred the celebration for Nuggets fans. CBS's Kennedy Cook is near Ball Arena.
Thousands of people gathered in downtown Denver just minutes after the Nuggets won their first ever NBA Finals championship. Not long after the celebration, shots rang loose, sending 9 people to the hospital. 10 people in total were shot, including the gunman. 3 of the injured are critical. Nuggets beat the Heat, by the way, 94-89 in Game 5. Police in the UK are investigating a triple homicide. CBS's Vicky Barker reports from London.
The normally busy centre of Nottingham has been cordoned off since dawn after 3 people were found dead on 2 city streets, and another 3 were mown down by a white van. This woman says one of those victims
went up in the air. It was such a bang. I wish I never saw it.
They've been hospitalized, and a man has been arrested in connection with both incidents. No word yet on motive.
British police just announcing they're not looking for any other suspects. Dow's up 183. This is CBS News.
Need hires who dazzle without the hassle? You need Indeed. Their powerful platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
The Biden administration has halted mobile app appointments to admit asylum seekers at a Texas border crossing.
Advocates have told authorities that migrants are being extorted at the border crossing at Laredo, Texas. Customs and Border Protection has not said what prompted the move to stop scheduling appointments on the CBP1 app, but that change in Laredo went into effect a few weeks ago. Migrants allege that Mexican immigration officials across the border took their travel documents. They say the officials threatened to make them miss their scheduled asylum appointments if they did not pay them. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Medea may be taking over at a cable TV network.
I hope y'all can appreciate what I'm going to try to do.
Multiple reports say Tyler Perry is ready to take control of BET for an undisclosed amount. He's partnered with him in the past for a streaming service. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
I don't like it. I love it.